The big question of, the Brooklyn Nets is, how will Kevin Durant come back? You know, will Kevin Durant be the same person that averages what, like 49, 40, and 90 again? Or, you know, this is kind of a death sentence, right? For someone of, Kevin Durant's caliber. I mean, just go thinking throughout history. The only person to come back was Dominique Wilkins, right? I mean, just think of the players that have had Achilles injuries, right? Kobe Bryant, DeMarcus Cousins, Elton Brand. Um, I mean, those are just off the top of my head, and those guys were done. I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is basically done as an All Star, and we don't know, like, if DeMarcus Cousins signs with like a team, like we don't even know, like, how's he gonna look like, right? Like basically what he looked like on the Warriors, it wasn't even that great. I mean, yeah, he gave you like 15 and like, I don't know, 5, but still, like, a lot of that pressure was taken off of him because he had Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson on the team. So he was basically just getting open shots that he had to make. Now that, who knows who's gonna sign him, right? Can he be able to still like be put in the low post and post up against like physical players? Because his first step is elite as well. Like, that's why DeMarcus Cousins is great in the post. Like, he's super fast. Same thing with Kevin Durant. Like, Kevin Durant can break you down off the dribble. You know, triple threat moves. He can blow past you. Stuff like that. Like, you know, can Kevin Durant like maintain some of his speed to blow past people still, while also, basically maintaining his efficiency, right? Because he can probably maintain his efficiency playing like kind of like a Dirk Nowitzki kind of role where he's a little bit slower. Like he'll post up and switch off of mismatches, and he'll just fade over you. He's still a 40% 3-point shooter. He's still great in the mid range, right? Now it's just gonna be like, can he put it all together? Like, I mean, just watching the practice like videos of what he's done, like, I see him like kind of drive it in like semi full speed and whatnot, or I think full speed. And he looks good, like really good. So, I don't know, like, I mean, Elton Brand went from like a 20 and 12 player to like non-existent. Like he just dropped on a cliff. Kobe Bryant was actually 30. Like, obviously he was near the tail end of his career, but he just wasn't the same player anymore because he just didn't have the speed to blow past people. It's just, it's just, that's it. Like, that's just how bad the injury is, right? Like, the Achilles injury is basically like, you're done. So, I'm pretty optimistic for Kevin Durant because if I remember correctly, the Achilles injury is basically this non-dominant leg. Like, we have dominant legs, dominant portions of our bodies where we tend to use more. I'm right-handed, dominantly right-handed. My left hand is like nothing basically. Like, I do everything with my right hand, like stuff like that, right? Everything on my right side is right side dominant. Kevin Durant, I believe his Achilles injury is on his left side, so it's not his dominant leg. So he can probably still use a burst of speed on his right side, right? Who knows what he can do in his left side, but that's up to Steve Nash, right? Because obviously, Steve Nash wanted Dirk Nowitzki to be on the coaching staff, and I'm sure he's probably envisioning, kind of like how to use Kevin Durant in a little bit slower way. People think that, it's gonna be like the 7 second Suns Brooklyn style, right? I'm not sure that's the case because with the faster pace of the game and keep on pushing tempo when it comes to this Brooklyn Nets team. I'm not sure if Steve Nash was to do that because you know Kyrie Irving's not as durable as Steve Nash was, right? Now whether the Phoenix Suns medical team was at its best when Steve Nash was there, so his back issues were basically alleviated, right? So we'll see what happens with Kyrie Irving and his shoulder stuff, his knees. I mean, all piles up. So will it play slow it down a little bit to accommodate for his team? Like we don't want to stress out Kevin Durant's leg. We need to get it back into rhythm and see how Kevin Durant goes. But overall, I think I'm optimistic. I mean, people want to say, "Oh yeah, of course, Kevin Durant's gonna come back, no issue whatsoever." I'm not entirely sure that's kind of true. I just think Kevin Durant may need to do some adjusting when it comes to play style, right? You can't do that, the NBA, 2K style, doing whatever you want on players anymore. Like, dude, things may be kind of an issue of him going back, but the shooting and the stuff will still be there. But it possibly may be effective because of, the energy transfer of, legs going up to the shooting. So, we'll see what happens. But I think I'm optimistic. I think Kevin Durant, will he, average like 30 points again? I don't know about that. Probably his points per game probably go down. Rebounding, we'll see what happens. But you just gotta see, some more film of what Kevin Durant can do. But I'm pretty optimistic, and I think he should do well in the Brooklyn Nets. They're kind of they're my pick to go to the finals next season. So we'll see what happens when it goes from there.